Why must I endure toxic jobs in order to buy toilet paper? Why don't I just end it instead? A question I ask myself from time to time. I know jobs haven't always been easy, but at least our parents could afford to live really well. Even if a job was soul-sucking, they had a reason to keep going. I don't see it anymore. I feel the same. I think more and more people feel the same. Capitalism no longer works and we all need to revolt for something to change. I am sitting at my desk asking myself this. My job is so boring and I could do the whole thing in a quarter of the time I sit here. I have a good job but feel no motivation to do anything and don't have any tasks to work on or get ahead on, so here I sit. No one even talks to me. I don't look at other humans. When I worked at restaurants, I thought that a job where I used my brain instead of my body would be better. But the reality is I just sit alone all day. I feel like I'm in over my head BC of my bills, so I just have to stay. At least it's easy, I guess. If it helps, I steal all my toilet paper from my job. Because there are a few very old lizards at the top you want to outlive. Where hope falters, spite prevails. The previous 60 years of capitalism in the US has just been a huge wealth transfer from the poor to the rich. Reverse Robin Hood. I'm basically questioning why I accepted a life-saving transplant at this point. I'm with you, man. I'm not going to be able to make my next rent and I'm staring down the barrel of eviction as the winter months are just about upon us. I'm too old to be living on the street again. I'd rather eat a bullet. Yeah, it's an active struggle not to just let myself swing from a rope every single day. And every day it gets more difficult. I've just checked out completely. I don't care anymore. Nothing will change until everyone is unionized or there is a revolt, class war. Period. Reads post. God damn it. Here I go again. Plays PlayStation and takes some edibles instead of looking for a job on a Monday morning. It's not like they call back anyway. I am in exactly the same place and I ask myself the same question every day. I keep living mostly out of pure spite. Outlive the fuckers who ruined it all. I have these thoughts occasionally, too. But then I think about the people I care about and the hobbies I love. And I can keep going. The goal to have enough money is just so I can feel like I'm able to help those I care about. We all keep bitching about it, but when are we going to do something about it, and what will that look like? I'm losing everything again. Lost my car. Have to move out because the trucking company I have been driving with is folding and ripped me off for pay. Feels like everything is ending. Time to try to recover. I never want to return to that rotten business ever again. Getting IT certs to hopefully start a new career. Rough times. Trying not to feel like there's zero hope. Because that's what they want you to do. This is breaking into our suicide watch. Because there isn't one. Wages have been suppressed for 60 years while you have shills slightly better off than you talking about it's a skills issue if you're struggling without highlighting all the government corruption and corporate greed keeping people pressed at the bottom. Everything is more expensive. Wages haven't kept up with inflation. It's a nightmare. Man, this sub has been getting super dark lately. End the broken system, not yourself. Never wanted to live to be an adult in the first place. If I had the courage to kill myself back then, I might have actually been happier. Labor laws and unions ensured good conditions and good pay for your parents' generation. They still work that way in other countries. There are a few good businesses out there. Everyone else needs to be regulated. One way or another. Will you perish? Will you fight? You never know what the future is going to hold. I nearly offed myself 10 years ago because I didn't see any way forward. Now I'm debt-free, in a great marriage, and love my job. I'm really glad I didn't go through with it. It was a temporary problem that took hard work to solve, but hurting myself would have been a permanent block to that potential. I wish and hope that your future is bright and meaningful. To make politicians rich? Makes sense. If I'm going to never be able to save enough to retire, why bother? It's not like I asked to be here. I don't know how I'm doing it right now. There isn't a day I'm not ready to meet my maker. That's for sure. I've been driving rideshare. Every day I drive by the same bridge and think about how easy it would be to nosedive off it. I borrow my TP from work. Unironically told my friend if someone shot me in the head, I wouldn't even be mad. I'm constantly feeling emotionally numb, depressed, or stressed out. The only way out of the system is to stop participating in it, which means start producing your own food. Quit using money. Get out of the rat race and become as autonomous as possible. You good, bro? I was just there like 10 minutes ago. I think we were on the same wavelength. Just breathe. Yay, bidet is the only way to go. To hell with TP savages. I know it's allegorical, but bro, buy a bidet hose from Amazon. Like $40 and I haven't spent money on toilet paper in ages because of it. Pays for itself in like 2 months. Your parents didn't work nearly as hard or as many hours as you do and made the equivalent of about 4 times what you do. This is a proven fact. I ask myself this question every day. Get some help. Reading this echo chamber is not going to help your mental health. I'm doing college full-time and work full-time. About to ramp up into 0 days off per week. Hopefully it pays out in a year when I get my second associate's degree in automation. Precisely why I use a bidet. If you're gonna snap, snapping in the direction of self-preservation is also an option. How about doing something crazy? Like applying for good jobs you don't think you can get and see what happens. The only reason I haven't offed myself is because people depend on me. It's literally the only reason I don't end it. Life as a whole is just one long timeline of misery and despair, with just a few sporadic flecks of joy sprinkled along the way. And it only gets worse as you age. Sounds to me like OP is ready for self-employment. Ain't nobody getting rich from Indeed jobs or waiting around for some middle manager to recognize your worth. You gotta cut that path yourself. And in 2023 it ain't gonna be easy. I feel for you. My job is basically sit and do nothing until 5, and even that's depressing my mood. Throw workplace toxic shit in there and I wouldn't be able to manage. I had a part-time evening job processing rebates. This was about 20 years ago. And the management took toilet paper out of the bathrooms and said we'd have to bring our own. They claimed it was being stolen. I don't know if that was even true or not. Just hold it in until you are at work, then poop all you want. You steal toilet paper and save for a bidet. The thing no one will dare talking about is how we've been forced into a situation, against our will, where the ultimate opt-out is 100. Rationally, the best financial decision we could ever make. The more we talk about how fucked up it is that for so many people, death is rationally a better option than life, the closer we get to I guess being heard? I don't even know if anyone outside of it gives a shit about the working class anymore. It's being a human. Michael, how much could it cost? $10? Solve the problem. Don't just give up. Fully understand. I have no answer to that question, but just be assured you are not alone. Hate that you're feeling this way. Rise above the doomsday thinking. It won't get you far. Stop eating and you won't need TP.